Hi and welcome to my Vanda corner. Today we have a Carecollab about Vanda, and it is Vanda denisoniana right here. And the channels participating in this Carecollab are Ninja Orchids, Plants and Other Things, and the Orchid Saga. And this is my Vanda denisoniana, and we did Carecollab a few months ago. I don't know if you watched those videos, but at that point Nina had blooms, wonderful fragrant blooms on her denisoniana, and Yoshi from Plants and Other Things had spike growing, and I had nothing, well, just roots like this. And I read on the web that Vanda denisonianas are hard to bloom. So it seemed very hopeless for me, especially considering that I live in Canada, right? I don't live in Florida. I grow indoors on the windowsill, and in the winter we have pretty short days and I don't use artificial lighting. So how will I bloom this Vanda denisoniana? I thought, well, that'll be another Vanda that I grow just for leaves. This is desolata. See, it's huge, but it never bloomed for me. Don't know why. So at that point, I thought that this will be the same case. But now, look what I got. There is a spike. So, apparently Vanda denisoniana, it's not that hard to make a spike. Because, as I said, I grow indoors, I don't live in Florida, I don't use artificial lighting, and I was able to make it spike here in front of the window, which is good. I know that having this spike doesn't mean that I have the bloom yet, right? Because it can blast the spike. But still, having the spike kind of validates my space for growing Vandas. Now about here, since it's Carecollab, I grow all my Vandas bare rooted, either in the wood baskets or, see, in empty clay pots. And by the way, this one is Vanda denisoniana too. I have two Vanda denisonianas, but this one was unfortunate enough to have a crown rot. Right after I purchased it, there was a spot on the top leaf which progressed, and basically it ate the top on this orchid. But the Vandas are great, because if you get a crown rot, it doesn't mean your plant will die, right? It just means that the top will kind of stop growing, but orchid will most likely produce the keikis. And so, see, my orchid produced 1, 2, and 3 keikis. So the plant will continue to live, but of course I will not see the blooms on this one for like years and years, because those keikis need to grow before they can bloom. So that's my denisoniana number 2, and well, this one hopefully will bloom soon. And I was talking about potting, right? So yeah, all of them are bare rooted, because I tried to pot my Vandas long time ago. I tried different potting mediums, organic, inorganic, coconut husks, bark, moss, and lava rock, but I ended up rotting roots in every one of them. So I said, forget it, I'll just do the medium less growing, and it works. I think well, it might not work for everyone, because yeah, if you live in a place where you have very dry conditions and winds blowing, those roots might desiccate, right? But I grow indoors. They're a very controlled environment, right? I can control the temperatures and there are no winds. So watering twice a week, but very good watering, like really soaking all the roots until they're green, works for me fine. So twice a week I water them. When it's too hot during summer, I might give them another shower just from the hose in this bathtub in between those waterings. But even if I don't do, they don't suffer. And during winter, it's like twice a week is really enough. And in the water, I use fertilizer at half recommended strength. So I use Dynagrow Orchid Pro fertilizer, and yeah, I dissolved it at half recommended strength. I do it because I don't want to burn my roots. I think like if you put too much fertilizer, it might burn the roots. I don't want that. Now, if you see my roots right now, they're dormant. There are not much growing tips, but that's okay. That's what I noticed my Vandas do when it's cold. We're having a very cold winter this year, like -20 outside. And I think they're just sitting there waiting for the warmer weather to start growing. But that's fine, those roots are not dead, they're just sleeping. Now, other than watering, I don't really do much else for my Vandas. They're probably the easiest orchids to care for me, because I don't need to repot them. I don't even take them off the hangers. They're just hanging there, and I use the sprayer with the pump to wet the roots, and that's it. Now, once in a while, I give them calcium and magnesium supplement, CalMag, and about once every, I don't know, well, basically when the spring starts, I will give them soak in the seaweed extract. I noticed that it promotes the new tips. Like right now, I don't really want them to struggle growing new roots when it's too cold, and they clearly want to just be dormant. But when it gets warmer, maybe in a month or so, I will soak them in seaweed extract, and that will promote a lot of new root tips on my Vandas. That's what I do. So that was my Carecollab update on Vanda denisoniana. I'm really excited about the spike. And please go check the videos of the other channels participating: Ninja Orchids, Plants and Other Things, and the Orchid Saga. And thank you for watching, and have a nice day.